Today we're going to be looking at learning target 4H, which is being able to convert between the three forms of linear functions. This is just a reminder of the three forms that we've studied so far. In the red is the slope-intercept form. In the blue, that's your point-slope form. And in the purple is standard form. What we're really going to focus on today is being able to convert from point-slope form and from standard form and get it into slope-intercept form. The reason we do that is multiple reasons. Number one, most students feel most comfortable with the slope-intercept form. It's the form that's used most often when you look at linear functions. And also when it comes to using your TI-84 calculator, you must have equations in slope-intercept form in order to plug it into the calculator and use that as a tool to help you in your understanding. We'll be creating a video here in the next couple days to help show you how to do that. Let's first look at converting from point-slope form to slope-intercept form. This takes two steps. The first thing that you'll do is you'll distribute your slope value, that's your m, in the equation. You'll then add or subtract over your y1 value in order to get that y by itself. So let's look at an example and see how we apply these two steps. With this equation, y minus 3 equals 1/2 times x minus 4. First thing we're going to do is we're going to distribute that slope, the 1/2. So when we distribute that 1/2, we get that y minus 3 is equal to 1/2 x minus 2. Now that we've distributed that, we can then add over that 3 in order to get that y by itself on the left side, and we end up with the equation y equals 1/2 x plus 1. It's always the same two steps. Distribute the slope, add or subtract over that number that's attached to the y. So here's one for you to practice on your own. Go ahead and pause the video, try the two steps, and then push play again when you're ready to see the solution. So here we start by distributing that 2. So when we distribute the 2, 2 times x gives us this 2x. 2 times negative 6 gives us this negative 12. Since this is a plus 3, our next step is to subtract 3 over to the other side, and we end up with y equals 2x minus 15. Always the same two steps. Distribute your slope, add or subtract over that number attached to y. Let's now look at going from standard form to slope-intercept form. In this case, it's again two steps, but they're slightly different. First step is to subtract over your ax value. That's the value at the very front of the equation. And then you're going to divide everything by that b value, whatever that number is attached to your y. Let's look at an example of this. Here we have the equation 3x plus 4y equals 24 in standard form. So our first step is we're going to subtract over that 3x. So when we do that, the 3x disappears on this side, and we're left with 4y is equal to negative 3x plus 24. I put the negative 3x in front of the 24 because when we get to slope-intercept form, we want the mx plus b. Then, my second step is I'm going to divide everything by the coefficient attached to that y. So in this case, the 4. So when I divide everything by 4, I end up with y equals negative 3/4 x plus 6. Go ahead and apply those same two steps, subtracting over your x values and dividing everything by that coefficient attached to y for this problem to convert it to slope-intercept form. Pause the video until you've had a chance to try it, and then push play again to see your solutions. So again, the first step here is we're going to subtract over that 2x in order to eliminate it from that left side. We end up with 4y equals negative 2x plus 16. We then divide by the 4 since it's attached to that y, and we end up with y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4. Notice I reduced the negative 2/4 to negative 1/2. Anytime you can reduce a fraction, please do so. Here are 4 problems, 2 of them in point slope form and 2 of them in standard form. Go ahead and convert them all to slope intercept form. Pause the video until you've had a chance to complete this, and then push play again to check your solutions. Here are the solutions to those 4 problems. Please come to class with any questions you may have. We will be practicing this tomorrow in class, so you will get more chance.